Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're taking a look under the hood. We're going to deconstruct the absolute ultimate blueprint for a premium 30-day cybersecurity masterclass. If you've ever wondered exactly what goes into forging an industry expert from scratch, the actual DNA of an elite lesson plan, well, you are in the right place. We're going to trace the hero's journey of a student starting out as a novice and transforming into a completely future-proofed cybersecurity professional. Here's our roadmap for today. First, the Masterclass framework. Second, bridging theory and practice. Then, the real-world crucible. Fourth, career and industry impact. And we'll wrap up with future-proofing and assessment. All right, diving right into Section 1, the Masterclass framework focusing on instructor authority. Now, this blueprint doesn't just ask for any teacher. It demands an absolute veteran. We're talking over 20 years in the trenches. To pull this off, the instructor has to think like a SOC analyst actively defending the front lines, an ethical hacker breaking the systems, and a cloud security architect building them back up. It's about ensuring the foundational knowledge being passed down is battle-tested and, frankly, bulletproof. So, we're zooming in on a very specific moment in this curriculum. Out of an intense 30-day course, we land smack in the middle of Week 3. That's the week dedicated entirely to penetration testing. And specifically, we're unpacking Day 17, which is all about authentication vulnerabilities. This is a highly targeted, absolutely crucial milestone in the student's learning journey. What's really fascinating here is the balancing act. The blueprint dictates this incredibly delicate tightrope walk. You have to explain concepts in plain English so beginners can easily grasp them, but at the same time, you've got to maintain that extreme technical depth that seasoned pros demand. It's honestly a masterclass in instructional design. Nobody gets left behind. But hey, nobody gets bored either. And get this, every single module in this premium course, including our Day 17 deep dive, is engineered for a highly concentrated 30 to 60-minute window. That's a solid, dedicated block of time focused purely on mastering authentication vulnerabilities. It makes sure literally nothing critical is left on the cutting room floor.
Moving right along to Section 2, Theory and Practice, and how exactly we go about bridging the gap.
Well, it all starts by building an airtight conceptual foundation. You need a professional introduction that immediately tells the learner, hey, here is why this topic actually matters. You have to give them that context up front. From there, it dives into complete theory, which is heavily backed up by visual explanations and highly specific text format diagrams to really lock those abstract ideas into place. But let's be real, you can't just read about hacking, right? You've got to get your hands dirty. So the curriculum aggressively pivots from theory to action. It sequentially walks the student through a practical demonstration, drops them straight into a live lab environment, and then caps it all off with full hands-on projects. It is a meticulously designed bridge from learning a concept to actually executing it on a keyboard.
That brings us to Section 3, the real-world crucible, focusing on grounding in reality.
This module demands real-world integration. We are not looking at sterile, perfect lab environments here. The curriculum pulls in raw insights from actual client projects and dissects the absolute latest cyber attacks happening out there in the wild. It even highlights common, catastrophic mistakes. I mean, why not learn from someone else's failures before you cause a breach yourself? And here's a wild fact. Authentication vulnerabilities are frequently exploited in mere minutes in the real world, so understanding these live stakes is absolutely critical.
On top of that, the instructor isn't just teaching the hack. They're mapping out the entire professional ecosystem around it. That means handing over industry best practices, actionable security tips, and breaking down the actual day-to-day professional workflows used on the job. The goal here is to train a highly competent professional, not just a technician who memorized a couple of neat tricks. Let's shift gears to Section 4, Career and Impact, taking a look at the student's long-term trajectory. This lesson is meticulously aligned with the knowledge you need for an absolute alphabet soup of elite certifications. We're talking everything from foundational certs like Security Plus all the way up to the OSCP. And if you don't know, the OSCP is an infamous, grueling 24-hour practical hacking exam where you literally have to break into a simulated corporate network just to pass. By tackling Day 17, students are directly prepping for the actual gatekeepers of top-tier industry jobs.
To really maximize the student's return on investment, the blueprint goes way beyond just technical skills. It bakes in targeted interview questions so students can crush a technical screen, provides up-to-date salary info, and lays out a comprehensive career roadmap. It even throws in a freelancer's perspective on the market, which is a massive, unique value add if you're looking to forge your own path. It's like the curriculum treats the student's overall career success as the ultimate final project.
Which brings us to our final stop, Section 5, Future and Assessment, ensuring the student is truly ready for what's next. So, the curriculum actively future-proofs the learner. It doesn't just dwell on the attacks of today, it explores the future scope of the entire field. Crucially, it demands a deep dive into the specific AI tools impacting authentication vulnerabilities right now. This ensures the student's knowledge doesn't just instantly expire the moment they finish the course. Oh, and it provides thorough references for continued reading too.
After absorbing all of this incredibly dense material, it's time to put that knowledge to the fire. The blueprint mandates a rigorous 20-question quiz. It's an instant pulse check, just to make sure those 60 minutes of intensive theory and practice actually stuck in the learner's brain.
And honestly, the learning definitely doesn't stop when that 60-minute timer runs out. A tight summary leads right into assigned homework and massive final projects. It's simple. You have to build it and break it yourself if you truly want to own the knowledge.
Looking at the sheer magnitude of this curriculum blueprint, it's pretty clear we aren't talking about passive learning here. This is a rigorous transformation into an elite hacker. So the question I want to leave you with today is this. Looking at this comprehensive roadmap, are you actually ready to tackle Day 17's homework and step into the future of AI-driven cybersecurity yourself?